Hello, pool players, and welcome to Bar Guy Billiards. Today we're going to look at a pretty common situation when you're playing pool. It comes up all the time in either 8-ball or 9-ball. In today's example, we're going to pretend we're playing 8-ball. Now what we have is, we have some traffic down there at that end of the table. We have a 2-ball that we've decided is our key ball to get positioned on the 8. And just for argument's sake, we shot a shot in the corner ball and bringing the cue ball up the table like that. Now, when you want to get positioned on this side of the table, you definitely want to be on this side of the 2-ball. And depending on the angle would depend on how you play this shot. Like this particular angle, I'll just slow roll it up for position on the 8 over here. Another angle that you can come across with is maybe a slightly steeper angle, in which case a good way to shoot this shot is just to do a stun shot and just bring the cue ball straight down here, something like this. Another way to shoot this shot is you can use a little bit of stun draw. I like to use a little bit of low left to bring the cue ball over to this side of the table. I don't really have any particular preference. Just a straight stun shot down here or a little draw stun shot over here. Either way works. So let's see what this looks like. Now some players might be inclined to shoot a follow shot, cue ball into the rail and bring it over here. I'm not a big fan of that. Me personally, I much more comfortable shooting a stun or a draw stun. So let's see what it looks like to try to follow it over there. And that's exactly why I wouldn't shoot the shot that way. I just don't like shooting that shot. For me, it's too unpredictable. The angle could make all the difference in the world. So now let's talk about another common scenario that happens when you're playing side pocket position. Like I mentioned, to get positioned over here, you definitely want to be on this side of the object ball. But what happens often when playing position in a side pocket, you overrun the shot. And now you have somewhat of a dilemma on your hands. Now, in this particular scenario, the most common way when you get on the wrong side of the object ball, when you're playing position for a side pocket, is to shoot high right, come off the rails, 3 rails, maybe 4 rails, and end up over here. Or depending on your angle, you could actually, if you had a slightly steeper angle, you could actually just stun that ball up and back down the table. That's a more precise shot. Speed control is going to be tricky on that shot. So since we can't do the stun option or the high right 3 rails around the table because we have traffic over there that we'll probably hit if we tried options 1 and 2. So how do you shoot this shot? In order to come on the rails, you have to have that counterclockwise spin on the cue ball. But what you don't want to do, you have to avoid traffic over there. The only way to do that is to shoot this shot with low right from this particular vantage of how I have this set up. It could be low left if the balls are set up opposite, but in this case we're going to shoot, we have to shoot this shot low right. The draw, the right hand English will impart the counterclockwise spin on the cue ball, and the low English will pull the cue ball away from the traffic. And if I hit this right, then this is a bit of a more advanced shot. If I hit this right, it should come over here, this rail, and over here, and I should end up down here somewhere. Let's take a stab at it and see what it looks like. Okay, I'm going to shoot these shots again from a different angle because of the original shots. You're basically looking at my back, and it wasn't a good way to view the shot and how I shot them. So I'm going to record these shots again from this angle so you can actually see. So as mentioned, I'm going to get positioned on the 8 ball over here. I came up on the wrong side of the object ball into the side pocket. I should have been over here, so I could have shot that shot in the manner that I showed earlier in the video. But as often happens, you come up on the wrong side of the object ball when you need to get positioned on this end of the table, so it completely changes how you have to shoot the shot. Now, I mentioned earlier that shooting high right and coming out the rails is a very common way to get around over here, but we have traffic, so that's not an option. If you have a steep enough angle like this, you could actually do a stun shot to come up this rail and back down here. But because we have traffic down there, that's a really risky shot. So the way we shoot this shot on this angle, I'm going to use low right on the shot. The right hand English will put the counterclockwise spin on the cue ball, and the low English will bring the cue ball over here. So if I hit this well, the cue ball will come over here, hit this rail, and back over here. So let's shoot it and see what happens. Well, I hit that really well, unfortunately, and I didn't scratch, but I definitely was hooked in the pocket here, so let's give that another shot. But you saw what I explained when I saw that shot. The cue ball drew away from the traffic over here, and the right hand English, and part of the counterclockwise spin on the cue ball that allowed it to come over here. So let's try this again, see if I can get better shape on that 8 ball. Okay, that was absolutely perfect. It's a fairly difficult shot, takes some practice, like all shots in pool. You have to develop a feel for, but this is the kind of shot that you definitely want to practice when you get on the wrong side of the object ball when you're playing position in the side pocket. Thank you very much for watching. Welcome to Bar Guy Billiards again, and we'll see you at the table next time. Thank you. If you like this content, please hit the like button, subscribe, and notification bell. Thank you.